Hello friends, Emily here from Autumn Blossoms. So I started off working with plants a long time ago, and recently I've been working with trees and Mother Earth, and it's so interesting because it's like my worlds have completely collided. Like the womb healing work that I started off doing has really reached into my aromatherapy work in a kind of the plant spirit sort of connecting in with Mother Earth. So really when I work with womb healing, I'm working with the cosmic womb, connecting women or womb holders with their wombs and the womb in the goddess Mother Earth. And it's so interesting that like the perception is often of the feminine is that she is soft and gentle, and when we hear the words of the womb, they're really resolute, they're really kind of powerful, unambiguous, shall we say, and you know, and anyone who's kind of coming for a womb healing around like any disturbances or interferences with the womb space or the communication with the womb, what comes through when we reconnect and rekindle those connections, that voice and that listening, is this really powerful voice that comes through that is very protective. And the reason I wanted to start by sharing that is because I have been guided to share a little bit more about what's come through around the trees. And today I want to share something around the hazel tree, which is a fire element tree. And the hazel tree's been speaking to me for so long. Like I did a ceremony earlier this year with the ancestors, and the hazel tree was coming through with guidance around ceremonies of death, funerals, and also psychopomp work. And it's really so important that these connections are made now, that it's not like, oh, this is this thing over here and that's that thing over there. It's like, okay, we have communication with our wombs because the earth has this womb, and that's how we're made, and that's how the wisdom of the universe is listened to, and that's tuning in and listening is so important with where we're going right now. And I know for some of you that's like, yeah, of course, but it gets to be spoken, you know, it gets to be shared in those really resolute, absolute ways. Because I think that we get lost in ambiguity sometimes, you know, in the spiritual realm, and I think that what wants to come through today is very definite. So the first piece is, I've been guided to share a song about the hazel tree, and that the hazel tree is about gathering women around the fire, about no matter what your journey in this lifetime has been, the hazel tree would like to hold a fire of connection and storytelling. And particularly because the female grandmother, the maternal grandmother, is the one who meets the souls when they die. So when you die, more often than not, you will be met by your maternal grandmother. And I have my own maternal grandmother on my altar, and she's a huge ally. And this is what the ancestral workers kind of really brought through. But it's so incredible that the trees are sharing exactly the same message as well as the ancestors, you know. And I feel that the trees and ancestral healing are so connected because they're like the grandparents, the holding of the grandparents, because, you know, many of our grandparents were living during the war, and the war is one of the things that absolutely obliterates ancestral lines emotionally and physically. You know, and it takes a long time, and it takes a lot of healing to reweave the threads of love and connection. And this is what the hazel tree really wants to share, you know. Gathering the light, the souls that guide your path. In the grove, by the fire, by the roots of the hazel tree. You walked alone too long, your skin is near the bone. The ones you know ignite your soul by the fire of the hazel tree. Protecting what is pure, the stories of our kin. Gather now, oh hollow bones, at the trunk of the hazel tree. The roots that brought you here are long lost and gone, yet the stories told are alive and well in the nuts of the hazel tree. Oh hazel tree, come sit with me and tell me a story. Sit by the fire, I kept it warm for thee. Come tell me your story, for the story's told. Ignite your soul, and blood is heart's own water. And when the herd, those distant bones, they light the sky to heaven. Oh hazel tree, come sit with me and tell me your story.